What's up, everyone? Welcome to Talks with Chuck. All right, Chuck, let him have it.
Okay, for today's topic, when working hard at anything or at your job, why should you do more than you should? Like, what's the point of that? Either way, you should always be working hard, even on chill times.
That's right, Chuck. You gotta stay working, no matter what. There's times that I just wanna kick back and be like, man, I already did what I had to do, but deep down, inside me, in my, my work ethic does not allow me. You know, I've always had, I had a talent that I never saw. Put it this way. Even when I was working in the grocery store back in the day, over a decade ago, 11, 12 years ago, um, I would always do more, as in I exceeded expectations because I would do my job, but I would always do more or a little bit more every single day, and I never saw it. Obviously, my managers and supervisors saw it, but I didn't, and I never understood because I wasn't. How could I say? Yeah, I'll get promotions, I'll get a raise, but I always thought that I was doing just my job, but I didn't see why I wasn't paying too much attention that I was doing more than I should, and me doing that day to day, it caught management's attention. Like, oh shit, you know what? This person has potential. This person has potential. Uh, give them an extra 75 cents or whatever. When everybody else gives it a raise because this person actually deserves a little bit more. So we all have this talent, but we don't see it. And back in those days, I should say, yeah, I'll make money here and there, but I will still spend it like a dumbass. I'll just get myself more into debt, right? The lifestyle creep, right? You get a raise, guess what? You buy more stuff, or you upgrade the car, and shit like that. So, yeah, some of y'all have talent that y'all don't notice, and my recommendation is the way how you work, keep doing it. Once you start hearing from other coworkers or management, even something simple like this, they'll literally say, "Hey, you know what? Thank you so much for coming in the weekend. You're a weekend warrior." So when they say that, think about it. Be like, why did he or she call me weekend warrior? And then you start thinking, okay, cool. I'll come in the weekend once, not once, but I'll come in the weekend 2 or 3 times a month. It could be a Saturday or a Sunday, and eventually, if you keep doing that, yes, the opportunities will come, the raises will be there, and whatever, but from personal experience, I did not notice it until when I was already getting out of debt. Well, when I started to get out of debt, because it got to a point that I was like, damn, how the fuck do I do it? How the fuck am I doing this? As in I have my primary job and I have my part-time job. How am I able to do this for so long? By that time, I was already on my 8th month doing it. And then, I don't know, I just kept telling myself, how the fuck do I, how the hell do I wake up on time to go on my first job? And then when I get out of work from my primary job, I make it on time on my part-time job. And I never understood that until my mom told me. She was like, you know what I like about you? I'm like, what? You're a hard worker. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we all have to work hard, but yeah, we all have to work hard for whatever we want, right? She was like, no, there's a difference. You could work hard for what you want, but you work hard to a point that you're trying to meet not expectations, but you're trying to exceed expectations. Like you always go one step further. Like you don't stop on block 2. You pass block 2 and then now you're on block 3. So now you're still thinking, should I go on block number 4? You know what I mean? So when she said that, I was like, oh, there we go.
In most cases, this is a skill or talent you can't teach. The majority of people complain about working hard or working too much. That's why they don't succeed in life, due to limitations or not worth it mentality.
I had this talent all along, but I just never, I never saw it. Like I never knew about it, you know? Like I've always exceeded expectations, even in my job right now. Like I'm the weekend warrior. I'm the one who management comes and be like, hey, you know what? I know that you like to put in hours. I know that you come in the weekend. Like, can you help us out with this? So that way we'll be able to meet that line by next week. I'm like, yeah, sure. So they help me out. I help them out. It's that simple. So try your best to think or just write what people tell you most of the time. As in like just the positive stuff. I mean, you're gonna have negative, don't get me wrong, but just think about the positive stuff. Do they say that, damn, you're always on time? Do they also say, damn, you're always like you always like to look clean, like you always like to, you know, be well groomed and everything, presentable? What else? Damn, you're such a hard worker. Damn, you're a weekend warrior. What's another one? Like, damn, you're a great teacher. Usually a great teacher could be not only like a school teacher, but more like at your job. Let's just say when somebody, let's just say a new coworker starts, you teach him or her, and then eventually like they learn a lot from you, to a point that they will tell you like, damn, thanks to you, A, yes, I'm improving every day, and B, I know all this because of you. You know, and thank you. You're such a great teacher. You know, you know how to like teach. So you start to hear your talent. So just like I said, write it down.
Yes, that's right. One of the lost skills nowadays is writing things down. Any idea you have, a side hustle you can come up with, or writing what you're good at can really open your eyes. Yes, it's fucking boring, but it needs to be done.
So put all those skills together, and then eventually you'll be like, huh, I never thought I could be like a lead or manager, whatever, because people tell me that I know how to teach. I lead by example, and they always see that I'm always, you know, going the extra mile. I'm always exceeding expectation, or whatever. Like I make other people like work better. Why? Because they see me that I'm busting my ass. So yeah, like eventually those answers will come. It's just the boring part is that you literally have to sit down, write it down, and then just think. Don't put music. Stay away from like loud noises. Even like for me right now, look, it's just me and Chuck. It's quiet. I'm not hearing music. I'm not hearing people talking. It's just so quiet that, okay, cool, I could actually think and start, you know, analyzing what I did right today and what I did wrong, you know? So, and also I could start analyzing, okay, what's the next step after this? What's the next, you know, what's the next pay bump? What can I do now? So that's what I mean. Like you have to isolate yourself, like in a quiet place, quiet spot, whatever, and just like really think hard, write it down, just so that way you could figure out what's your obvious talent that you don't see. Like they say, hide in plain sight. So your talent is hiding in plain sight, even though you're not seeing it. Like it's there, but you don't see it. So yeah, that's just my advice to y'all. What about you, Chuck?
Well, one thing I will say is being patient on learning a new skill that you find interesting or you feel a purpose about it. Learn new skills, and eventually you'll find the one you do best at.
Yeah, pretty much what Chuck said. Also, just put in the time, take your time, be patient, and eventually the answers will come. Usually answers come by A, people telling you. B, it could be a video like this, or maybe an ad, or it could be another ad, but when you walk around society, like in the city, wherever you're at, you might see a billboard, you might see a poster, you might see something, and then it's gonna be like, huh, okay, it's funny. Why does that word always keep popping up, baker? And the funny thing is that, like, a lot of my family keep telling me that I know how to make, great, tasteful sugar bread or whatever, cornbread. You know what I mean? It's just an example. So it's kind of like the universe speaking to you. Hey, not only start your own business as a baking stuff, but like you could be a good baker. Even if let's just say you like baking, but you're like in a finance job that has nothing to do with the food industry, all right? And the moment you decide to take that chance and apply as a baker somewhere, I don't know where, I'm just making shit up right now, eventually you're gonna love that so much that you will learn a lot. And when you learn a lot from that, you're gonna start having your own side hustle of, you know what, all of my family keep telling me, hey, keep making us some of that sweet bread or whatever, the cornbread, whatever. I'm gonna advertise that as my business. So therefore, I'm gonna call it this, and I'm gonna put this on social media saying like, hey, you know what, for parties, this and this and that, I make this and this and that, and then any special requests, I could do it. And then you just put up your fees, and then eventually it could work. I'm just saying, it could be anything, car wash, any type of sales, whatever, any type of product you want to sell. But like I say, you really have to really think hard, be patient, and also put everything together that I mentioned, like all those all of the positive things that people tell you, and the things that you like to do. You know what I mean? Like your hobbies. But yeah, everyone, thank y'all for watching. And hey, until next time, alright? Ready, Chuck? Peace.
Peace out.